Well, good morning, everyone. It's about 5 o'clock in the morning on Thursday, and the boys are pretty much wired for sound. The sausage is Winston, and of course, you all know Bruno. And I'm Mike, and welcome back to our shop, Mike and Bruno's Garage. Plus one. So anyway, while they sit there and get rid of some of their pent-up energy that they've had from sleeping, they got me up at 2 o'clock this morning. There must have been something out in the yard or something, because they both kept wanting to sniff the same spot. That's the drain, Winston. Come on. So, George sent us, from You Want to Watch, sent us another package. Hey, you guys, come here. You got to say thank you to George. Yeah, you got to say thank you to George, huh? He sent you guys some treats, didn't he? Yeah. They're too busy, preoccupied with each other. And he sent us some other stuff. So let's take a look and see what George sent us this time. This was kind of completely unexpected. Okay, I got the boys situated right now. So, again, George from You Want to Watch sent me another care package. Thank you, George. He sent me this old. Now, in shop class, we use these. We're going back a few years. A dwell meter, and it had a tach. This one's for 6 to 8 cylinders. Low and high RPM range, point resistance, dwell, and tach. I gotta kind of get it apart to see if I can get this lens cleaned up, and then we're gonna see if we can test it out on something and see if I can get it operational. All in all, it's in pretty decent shape. The wire's in good shape. I did clean the rubber on it, but well, I have to take my time in taking that apart to get that lens to clean up, because this does not mount the lens to that. It actually screws into the circuit board inside here. So that's probably going to be another project in and of itself. Excuse me, guys. A set of ignition pliers, and those will clean up really neat. I don't see any name on them, so I don't know who the manufacturer is. It just says alloy steel, but they're in relatively good shape. The teeth are really good on it. So, and it's pretty smooth. It just needs probably a wire brushing and a little coating of oil or wax, and they'll be good as new. He sent me also a set of Blue Point feeler gauges. These are the old wire style. These got to go back a while, because they don't even make the wire style, I think, anymore. I think, like the Mac set, enough. You're just mad because you don't get to sit there and terrorize your brother. Yes, hi, Betty. Usually the evens are on one side, the odd sides are on the other. I don't have my glasses right now. Let's see here. 34, 32, 30, and 28. So yes, the odds are on one side, the evens are another. And though they come apart, and those will clean up really well. Those will clean up. This looks like a fairly easy cleanup. On the other, and then he also sent this Max set of feeler gauges, FC 275 Mac, made in the USA. I don't know if that's going to come up for you guys or not. This one I've kind of come up with an idea, again with the odds on one side, the even sizes on the other. I'm thinking instead of wire brushing this, using some WD-40 and some steel wool and see if these will clean up. Because some of these get really, really thin and I don't want the heat to distort the blades. So let's pick one and see if that idea will come to fruition. Let's try one of these cruddier ones. Another reason why I don't want to run these under the wire brush is because all the sizes are kind of laser etched into that. And I don't want to remove that. I could take them apart, put them in order, and then mark them later. But I want to try and keep these as good as I can. This will come apart. These two handles will be separate. I can wire brush those and clean those up. So let me get a piece of steel wool and some WD-40 and see if that will clean those up. Be right back. Okay, fellas, pardon my reach, morning coffee. For some of us, nectar of the gods. Picked up that coffee mug at Spirit of Halloween. I don't know if they have them out where you're at, but every Halloween it's kind of like a flash store or whatever. That's all they do. And so yeah, it's kind of look like it's got a dragon handle. It's some sort of plastic composite, but it does have a metal insert that you can take in and out. Wash that out. It's kind of my new favorite mug. Okay, now we don't want to add WD-40 to our coffee. Straight black guy for me. All right, so you guys in the shot here? Yeah. Let's get you a little closer. Like you really want to be right up in there. I don't want to get you close enough to where you can smell the WD-40, but you know, what the heck. It's early yet, right guys? There we go. All righty, let's see. Yeah, some of that staining is on there pretty good. I just want to make sure that I can keep the sizes. That's what I want to keep on there. Let's see if it's going to work. Well, a little bit. Well, not really, unfortunately. Staining is pretty good in there. So let's see. I have one or two that are in pretty good shape. That one's a so this would be a 6. That one's 8, 10. Well, might have to come up with a different idea. I mean, I'd sure like to keep those numbers on there. Might have to come up with a different idea on how to get those clean. Might just have to come up with something different. I wonder if maybe like a might just have to do it the old hard way. I mean, as long as I can get the corrosion off, I guess I can live with the staining. But these will be getting used, so I would kind of like to keep it. Yeah, I don't know. Does that look like they're a little better off? Maybe I'll come up with a plan on how to mark these later on. I have a feeling that maybe, yeah, it's working a little bit. Maybe I'll come up with something different. But for right now, but yeah, those are going to come in really, really handy for sure. And then there's an old Champion spark plug gauge. Gapper. This would be great for my small engine stuff because I usually gap them at 30 and that one's right there at the halfway point. A lot of them say anywhere from 28 to 32, at least on the stuff I use. So that's kind of where I keep them at 30. Figure that's a good happy medium, and I haven't had no problems yet. Let's see what else. Oh yeah, got a couple other new things here. So let me set George's stuff aside. Again, thank you, George, from You Want to Watch. If you guys watch me, you guys will definitely enjoy George. Again, his generosity has no bounds. Great guy. Thank you, George. And the boys, thank you too. Right now, I got him chewing on a nylon bone because I gotta watch their slim figures. Yeah, the one's a sausage. But they're chewing on their bones and kind of keep them preoccupied. What's kind of funny is Bruno's over there chewing on his. Winston's got 5 toys in his, and yet he was mad because Bruno had 1. Yeah, but 7 months old, childhood sibling rivalry. So let me get George's stuff cleared off here or set aside, and I will show you what new stuff I picked up and what I'm currently working on. Okay, one of the items I picked up at a resale shop was this right here. It looked like it was open once. I don't even know if it had been used. But yeah, it's kind of an interesting tool. Now I paid, I think $10 for this. Yeah, $9.50. And I thought this would come in handy. But it's a set of like lifting arms. Now, there we go. Oops. There we go. Anyway, yeah, there we go, much better. So they work like a clamp style gripper thing, but as you can see, it goes all the way down, and as it will lift. And I thought this would be great for hanging doors, where you get two of them. Come on out of there, you stubborn one. There we go. And I thought that this would be great for when you got your hinge in the wall, or you've already have one, and you need to lift it up to make the hinges mate. So you got to do some finishing work or whatever, and you just take the pin out of the hinge, and then with the weight of the door on there, you can kind of lift the door up. You know, I mean, set it aside, you know, close together, maybe even offset, where it's like so. But I thought that those were pretty neat. They were brand new shape, and they just go right on down. So I thought that those were pretty cool. They don't really say what you can use them for. It just has some of the features on it. Let's see. Diameter. But yeah, you lift stuff up, but it doesn't even say where they were made. Yeah, it doesn't even have a manufacturer's mark or anything. I wonder if there's something on the bottom here. I mean, they're pretty stout, they're pretty heavy duty. And I'm not finding a name brand. I'm not finding, I mean, the handles are composite plastic, but everything else is metal. So yeah, maybe they're made overseas. Not sure. But for what I'm going to probably use them for, they'll work. That should be great for lifting a lawnmower deck too. Especially when you're trying to pull the pins and the hinges out, and as soon as you pull one out, you go to the other side, pull the back hinge out, and it all wants to fall. Bet you could probably at least hold on to it and keep it from slamming on the ground or pinching your fingers or something. So those would probably work for that too. So there's probably 100,000, who knows how many uses that this would probably apply for. So I got those for $10, and I'll package that up and I'll show you what else I picked up. Okay, get you a little closer. This is a little smaller. I picked up this Craftsman, and I thought it was just a jigsaw at first. It's a Sears Craftsman, but I mean, that's still, this end here is plastic. Variable speed, 3/4 inch stroke, auto scroll saw. I was like, okay. But let me unwrap the cord here for you. And I tested it out, and then I realized what it meant. Oh, you stubborn monkeys. Okay. Well, now some of you guys probably have already seen one of these. This is the first time I've ever seen it. Get him out of the way. It is kind of grungy. It has been sitting for a while, as you can see on the plate. However, it's still pretty gungy. It has been used. I paid $5 for it. And it looks like they marked it down at one time. I think they probably were asking more for it at one time. It wasn't moving. Oh, let's get all this icky tape off of it. All right, there we go. However, it said auto scroll. So your handle, let me get you back a little further so you see your handle. When you turn your handle, where it says auto scroll, when you turn the handle, it turns the blade. So as you're going along your work, you can actually, instead of moving the work, you're just kind of moving the saw blade and your saw at the same time. I tested the motor and everything's good on that. No bearing squeal, there's no play. Runs really good. So I figured I'd try to give that a tickle, clean that up a little bit, take the plate off, get all this, sawdusty garbage out of it. Some of it's pretty caked on there. But I figured clean that up, and it's kind of a variation of a scroll saw and jigsaw. Now, I don't know if there's a way I don't think there's a way I can lock that. I think you just have to hold on to that and guide your own destiny, as it were. But as you turn that handle, so does the blade. And I thought that was kind of neat. And for $5 and it runs, I'll take that and give it a try. You learn to use different tools that you've never seen or never even heard of before. So I picked that up for $5. So for those two items so far, I paid $15. Okay. The next item I will show you is over here. Okay, let's get you. I gotta get a different stand for you guys. I picked up a ultrasonic cleaner. This one was the 6 liter. I've tried it out twice. I had a necklace that I had that was pretty gungy from just, all your oils and everything. And put it in there with some cleaner and put it in this little baby food jar. Ran it for like 20 minutes and came out brand new. Literally brand new. I got 2 of these little ones. I did the wife's wedding ring. I know, playing with fate, right? Came out like it was fresh out of the case. I did pick up at Dollar General a larger, maybe too large. It might fit in there. Yeah, it might fit in there. It looks like the basket could be a little curved in. Oh. Anyway, for larger items, like small carburetors, that kind of thing. This was $5. So, but yeah, I've tried it out. I know some people with Harbor Freight stuff. Um, if you guys have a shop where you're making your money, yeah, I would get a better quality one. However, if you're only going to use it maybe 3 times a month, that should work just fine. So we'll find out down the road, see how long she lasts. I picked that up. My wife got kind of like one of these kind of tool cabinets like I got right here. It's got one big drawer and then a cabinet on the bottom with the wooden work table for her craft stuff, for all her fabric, which, yeah, she's coming over to the tool side, guys. And, oh yeah, one last thing I will show you, and I will be right back. Okay, over here on the workbench, I am currently wiring a switch with a plug, and then I got some more wire. Hi, buddy. For the table saw that we just finished up. The wire that I put on in the last table saw video, I wanted to have an inline switch for it, and the wire that I have on that is 16 gauge light duty. That motor does pull 4.5 amps. I kind of went overkill with some of this with a 15 amp plug and a 10 amp. I think that's 10 amp. What did it say here? Yeah, 10 amp switch with 12 gauge wire. So I'm currently in the process of wiring that, and then figure out how I want to wire it and mount it to the table, that benchtop table saw that I have. So I'm in the process of working on that. So that's kind of what I've been up to. So with that, I want to say thank you, George, again. They're getting kind of a little grumpy with Daddy. All right. Oop, oop. Jeez, you little tanker. So with that, thanks for watching us, guys. Thanks for stopping by. That's kind of what I've been up to. It's a little chilly out here. It's been dipping down into the 30s out here in the Midwest. And so, yeah, we don't have it as bad as some people in this country have it right now. If you get an opportunity, keep the people in the hurricane disaster zones in your thoughts. I do have a daughter that lives in Tennessee. She's safe. But after Helene, they kind of had to watch out for sinkholes. But yeah, there's a lot of people out there that probably could use your thoughts and prayers. I have a niece that lives in Florida, in Orlando, and they're safe. The niece and her husband and the little one. So they're safe. So you kind of keep them in your thoughts and hope for the best for those people. I couldn't imagine losing everything. So with that, from me, Bruno, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. And as always, keep on tinkering. Huh, buddies? Huh? Huh, guys? Huh? He's blocking the view. Yeah, you're hamming it up. You're like a weenie. He's getting belly rubs. Yeah, Winston's getting belly rubs. Huh. Winston's getting belly rubs, huh?